morning and welcome back to another edition of Rise and Shine Yoga. As you may realize already, I am not in my studio. I am outdoors in Centennial Park, which is in downtown Oxford. It's right near the Ox Bar and Grill. So it's summer. We decided to do some yoga outside, which is always a good thing. So as usual, I want you to sit at the front of your mat. Your legs can be crossed or straight in front of you. You can have your hands on your knees or in the palm or in your lap. And as always, I want you to focus on or make an intention for your practice this morning. As I always say, this intention could be for whatever you want it to be. It could be for a family, friend, enemy, the world, animals, whatever. So make that intention. Close your eyes. And to seal in our intention, I want you to bow your chin to chest, just to seal in that intention. And come back up. And I want you to use this intention throughout your practice this morning. As I always say, it's a guide. It's kind of like a GPS that leads you throughout your poses. If at any time you're struggling or the mind's wandering or you're distracted by the sun, the wind, whatever, just come back to this intention, this reason that you're doing this practice. Because you're dedicating this practice, which is a good thing. So with our intention made, let's start to deepen our Ujjayi breath, our yogic breath. Deep inhale through the nose. And an exhale through the nose, but we're constricting the back of the throat, so we're making kind of a fogging of the mirror sound, a ha sound. And we use this throughout our practice. So deep inhale. And an exhale through the nose. And this breath should be slow and controlled throughout your practice. There's no huffing and puffing, there's no rushing, there's no heavy panting. Because if you start to do that, then it ceases to be yoga and becomes more of a workout. So every breath we take leads us to every movement. So with our intention and with our breath, they're kind of like the GPS in a car and will lead us throughout our practice. So with our intentions made, with our breath already started, let's start to warm up our body a little bit. And staying in your seated position, I want you to take your right hand and just place it on your left ear and just slowly have it grab your head over to the right. Very slowly, very gently. Just opening up the neck region. These opening warm-ups are a good way to really get that breath under control, to really be focused on our intention. Now release back to center, and let's do the other side. So take your left hand, place it on your right ear, and just gently bring your head to the left shoulder. Now release it to center. And still seated, I want you to inhale your arms up overhead. And see if you can interlace your fingers. If you can't interlace your fingers, maybe grab your left wrist. Whichever way you do, just inhale and then just gently side bend over to the right. We're opening up our left obliques here. Come back to center, over to the left, opening up our right obliques. Back to center. One more time, over to the right. Back to center. One more time to the left. Come back to center, just shake out your hands. Let's roll forward into tabletop position. Hands and knees. Your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Your knees directly underneath your hips. Take a quick look back. Make sure your feet are behind your knees. If they're not, just bring them there. Now we're going to do some opening of the spine, some cat-cows, which you should all be familiar with by now. So deep inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, slowly round the back like a scared cat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. And exhale, round the back very slowly. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, round the back. Now come to a flat back. Still staying in hands and knees. We're going to do some thread the needle. So inhale, your right arm up over to the right. And then exhale, slide it underneath your left arm as you twist over to the left. Your cheek comes to the mat. And if it suits you, you can take your right hand and place it on the small of your back for more of a twist. Still having that Ujjayi breath. Bring it back if you've lost it. Come back to that intention. Now, if your right hand is on the small of your back, or your left hand, bring it down. Slowly unwind your right arm up to the sky and place it flat onto the ground. Doing the other side. Inhale the left arm up and exhale, slide it underneath the right arm. Twisting over to the right. Maybe take your right hand and bring it on the small of your back. Your right hand's on your back, bring it flat onto the mat. Slowly unwind your left arm to the sky, bring it flat to the mat. Now I want you to bring your big toes of your feet together, sit back on your heels into the first child's pose. And as you know by now, the child's pose is a pose you can come to at any time during your practice this morning. And please do, because remember, don't let the ego get in the way. It's not a competition. It's about taking care of your body. Now slowly come back up to hands and knees. Make your way back to a seated position. Cross your legs. Bring your palms together at the center of the heart. This ends our first part of our episode today, the little bit of the warming up. So take a quick break, maybe get a drink, and then the next segment we'll continue with our standing poses and really start to get the body warmed up. So we'll see you in a few seconds.
Hello, I'm Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard.
And I'm former Detroit Red Wing Joe Koster.
We'd like to remind you to practice safe boating by knowing the laws regarding water safety.
Please make sure you have the necessary safety equipment on board and be sure all of your equipment is working properly before leaving the dock.
And the probability of being involved in a boating accident nearly doubles when alcohol is involved. Always check local weather conditions, and if you notice darkening clouds, play it safe. Get off the water. Have a safe, enjoyable summer on the lake.
You are watching the Michigan American Legion's Station of the Year for the 5th year in a row, Oxford Community Television.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life to somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Welcome back. We're going to continue with our standing poses, continuing to warm up the body. So as always with our standing poses, check your foundation, make sure your feet are about hip distance apart, standing up tall, your shoulder blades are relaxed, palms together at the center of the heart. We're going to do a few sun A's and sun B's. We haven't done some sun B's in a while, so let's really start to warm up the body. So inhale, the arms up overhead, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Look up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, step back to the top of a push-up. And before you go down, just take a quick look. Make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Press back in your heels, so make sure you're in a good plank. Keeping the elbows in tight. Lower all the way down to the bottom. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. This being your first down dog of the morning, probably just bicycle the feet. Head should be relaxed, arms strong, hands firmly in the mat, spread wide. And now keeping your feet and hands where they are, let's do a few pendulums. So we're going to inhale to plank. Exhale back to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Two more. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. One more. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Look between your hands, bend the knees, walk, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. And still staying forward fold. Put a big bend in your knees. Let your hands dangle, your head relax. Maybe grab opposing elbows. And just let gravity pull you into this pose. It's really good for the back of the legs, the lower back, the glute. Now releasing your elbows if you had kept them together. Inhale and slowly come back up to standing. Inhale, the arms up. And exhale, the palms together, center to the heart, Samasthiti. Going into our next Sun A. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, full forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Step back to the top of a push-up. Exhale, all the way to the bottom. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. And we're going to be here for about 5 good breaths. Then of your next exhale, look between the hands, bend the knees, walk, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly come up to standing, reach and rise the arms up. Exhale, palms together, center of the heart, Samasthiti. Now we're going to do a few Sun Bs. So bring your feet a little bit closer together. They don't have to touch. Inhale the arms up and sit back into a chair. Take a quick look down. Make sure your knees are over your ankles, not over your toes. If they are, come back up a little bit. Exhale, fold forward over straight legs. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Step back to the top of a push-up. Exhale, look all the way down to the bottom. Inhale, straighten the arms. Lift the chest. Up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes. Lift the hips, down dog. Inhale your right leg back behind you. Bring your right foot between your hands at the front of the mat. Spin your left foot flat. Come back up. Make sure your right knee's over your ankle so you have a lunge. Gaze can be toward the sky. Exhale, windmill the hands down on either side of your foot. Step back to the top of the push-up. Lower all the way down. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Inhale your left leg back. Bring your left foot between your hands, spin the right foot flat. Come up to warrior one. Exhale, windmill, both hands on either side of the foot. Lower all the way down. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. And we'll stay here for about 5 breaths. Then of your next exhale, bend the knees, walk, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, sit back into a chair, reach and rise the arms up. And then exhale, over standing legs, palms together, center of the heart, Samasthiti. Right into one more. Inhale the arms up, sit back into a chair. Exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, step back to the top of a push-up. Slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Inhale your right foot back, bring it through to the front of the mat. Spin your left foot flat, come up to warrior one. Then of your exhale, windmill the hands down on either side to the top of a push-up. Lower all the way down. Inhale, lift the chest, straighten the arms, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Inhale your left foot up. Bring it through to the front of the mat. Spin the right foot flat. Come up to warrior one. Exhale, hands on either side of your foot. Lower all the way down to the bottom. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. 5 good breaths. At the end of your next exhale, bend the knees, walk, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, sit back into a chair. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, palms together at the center of the heart over straight legs. Take a quick breath. We haven't done sun Bs in a while, so a combination of sun A, sun Bs will definitely warm up the body. In the next segment, we're going to finish with our seated poses. Maybe I'll throw in a few interesting binds or inversions, who knows. So take a quick break, get a drink of water, towel yourself off, and we will see you in the next segment for our seated poses and our closing meditation.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F. Face drooping. A. Arm weakness. S. Speech difficulty. T. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment, and that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
On out for Friday night fish at the Oxford American Legion Hall. It's delicious.
We love the Legion. They have great fish and good family fun.
American Legion fish fry. It's awesome. And the drinks are good. The food is good. The service is awesome.
Welcome back to our final segment of Rise and Shine Yoga. We're going to start in a squat position, so make yourself comfortable. Your feet can be as wide as possible. Your toes can be pointed diagonally. It doesn't really matter. If this squat is uncomfortable in any position, just come to sit on your mat. So bring your palms together, center of the heart, sit up tall. Gaze is neutral. Good breath, good intention. If you want a little bit more, if you want to open up your hips, bring your elbows on the inside of your legs and just push the legs open, really opening the hips so you have like a straight line all the way across. Now release your prayer. Bring your right hand behind your right hip, your left hand behind your left hip. Make your way to a seated position. Straighten your legs in front of you. Have the toes pulled back, legs engaged, sit up tall. Bring your hands right by the hip, fingers pointed forward to the front of the mat, shoulders back and relaxed. This is Dandasana or staff pose. You can open or close your eyes. And we're going to stay here for about 5 breaths. Now inhale your arms up, overhead. Exhale, fold forward. And see if you can take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toe. And if you can't, that's fine. Just bring your hands to your shin. You can take the bind, inhale, come up halfway. Then exhale, fold forward. The object here is to have our heart come toward our feet, not to round the back or have our knee or have our head and knee touch. So we want a flat back. And if you want a little bit more, just pull your elbows out to the side. And breathe. Release your bind. And now we're going to do the optional vinyasa. So cross your ankles, roll forward, step back to the top of the push-up, lower all the way down to the bottom. Inhale, straighten the arm, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Look between the hands, bend the knees, walk, step to the front of the mat, and make your way into a seated position. Now what I want you to do is keep your right leg extended, toes pulled back. Bend your right knee, bring it up. Take your left leg, bring it behind your right foot. I'll give you a couple options here. This is going to be a twisting pose. So you can, first option, you can take your right hand, place it behind your right hip. Inhale your left arm up. Hook it around your right leg and just twist to the right, sitting up tall. Another option is we're going to take a bind. So we're going to inhale our right arm in front of us, wrap it around our right knee. Take our left hand, wrap it around our back, meet our right hand, and take a bind. You can either twist it open to the left, or you can fold forward with it. And whichever one you took, the bind or the twist, release. Inhale your left leg up and extend it. Extend them both. Now inhale your left knee up. Take your right leg, place it behind the left foot. And again, if you want to just do the twist, so bring your left hand behind your left hip. Inhale your right arm up. Twist over to the right. Maybe hook your right elbow around your left knee and twist. Or the other option, you can take a bind. So inhale the left arm in front of you. Wrap it around your left leg. Take your right hand, wrap it around your back for a bind. And again, you can twist over to the right, or you can do a forward fold. It's really whatever suits your body today, however your body's feeling. If you're feeling pretty good, don't be afraid to challenge yourself in any of the poses. Wherever you are, release, extend both legs. I'm going to do the optional vinyasa, so I'm going to sit back, cross the ankles, roll forward, step back to the top of a push-up, lower all the way down, straighten the arms, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, look between the hands, bend the knees, step back to the top of a push-up, come into a seated position. We're going to do a kind of a modified boat pose. So sitting on your tailbone, I want you to inhale up, and I want you to grab your feet. Really balance on your tailbone, smile. Release, we keep your feet together, raise them up, roll forward, step back to the top of a push-up, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift the chest, straighten the arms, up dog. Exhale, uncurl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Look between the hands, bend the knees, walk to the front of the mat. Come back into a seated position so you can cross your legs or have them out straight. Sit up tall, close your eyes. Bring your palms together at the center of the heart. Come back to that intention, your dedication. Once again, it's been a pleasure to lead you in your practice this morning. I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you next week for Rise and Shine Yoga. Namaste.
Hello, I'm Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard.
And I'm former Detroit Red Wing Joe Koster.
We'd like to remind you to practice safe boating by knowing the laws regarding water safety.
Please make sure you have the necessary safety equipment on board and be sure all of your equipment is working properly before leaving the dock.
And the probability of being involved in a boating accident nearly doubles when alcohol is involved. Always check local weather conditions, and if you notice darkening clouds, play it safe. Get off the water. Have a safe, enjoyable summer on the lake.